Despite it covering around 70% of the Earth's surface, only less than 10% of the ocean has been explored. But just like Earth layers, our ocean is divided into multiple layers as well. In this video, we will explore what we have discovered about the ocean zones, and what kind of things we can find in each zone. Starting at the surface, we have the intertidal zone. As the name suggests, this is a zone containing the ocean tides, which are caused by the moon's gravity. This zone varies from location to location, as it is the area between high tide and low tide, where the moon's gravity is the strongest or weakest. Next, we have the Epipelagic zone, also known as the sunlight zone. This zone reaches up to 200 meters, and this is where enough sunlight penetrates into the ocean water for photosynthesis to occur. This means that this is where most phytoplanktons live, which are microscopic algae that use photosynthesis to make their own energy and stay alive. These algae actually provide around 50% of the ocean on Earth through photosynthesis. This is also where around 90% of all marine animals live, as this is the only zone that can be inhabited by plants, the basis of most ecosystems. Diving deeper, we have the Mesopelagic zone, or the Twilight zone. This zone extends to around 1,000 meters, and it is very cold and dim as sunlight starts to fade in the zone. Most of the light in the zone is bioluminescence, which is produced by organisms living down here, either to avoid predators or to attract prey. Some predators here, such as sharks and swordfish, swim to the twilight zone to feed during the day and back to the surface during night. Other creatures, such as crabs and squids, rely on falling food particles, known as marine snow, from dead organisms in the zones above for food. Next, we have the Bathypelagic zone, or the midnight zone. This zone extends to 4,000 meters, is pitch dark, and has pressure up to 400 times the pressure at sea level, which means that you will get squished in the blink of an eye by the weight of the ocean water above you. Some of the most famous deep-sea creatures, such as the anglerfish and colossal squid, live in this extreme environment, and also, of course, the sperm whales that hunt those squids. Next, we have the Abyssopelagic zone, or the Abyssal zone, extending to 6,000 meters. This zone covers around 80% of the ocean and 60% of the Earth's surface, with abyssal plains, or the ocean floor, at the bottom of the zone. Those plains are where tectonic plates meet, which forms mountains when plates slide against each other, or hydrothermal vents when plates move apart, exposing the magma in the mantle to the cold ocean water. Surprisingly, life can also be found down here too, namely the giant tube worm, which harvests the chemical energy provided by the hydrothermal vents into energy they can use to stay alive through a process called chemiosynthesis. Along with those worms, the abyssal ecosystem also includes some crabs and squids. And finally, we have the Hadalpelagic zone, or the Hadal zone. This zone isn't a long continuous zone, but more so a collection of trenches and canyons created by the tectonic plates extending past the ocean floor. Those trenches are usually 3 to 4 kilometers deep, with the deepest being the Mariana Trench. The deepest point in the ocean is located here, called Challenger Deep, at the depth of 10,924 meters. This means that there is almost 11 kilometers of water pressing down on you, the equivalent weight of around 50 jumbo jets. As a comparison, Mount Everest is only 8,849 meters. Only a few people have reached this point, but with so little oxygen, some life, such as sea cucumbers and snailfish, manage to live down here. And there we have it. The ocean is divided into 6 zones: intertidal, sunlight, twilight, midnight, abyssal, and hadal zone, which contains coastline and tides, most of life in the ocean, bioluminescent organisms, famous deep-sea creatures, ocean floors and hydrothermal vents, and deep trenches. I hope that y'all have learned something interesting today. Thank you for watching, and stay hydrated.